Isaiah Likely, you are a New York Football Giant. The first signing of the John Harbaugh era is a Baltimore Raven joining the New York Football Giants. 3 years, $40 million. We got to break this down. And what does this mean for Daniel Bellinger? Can't wait to unpack all of that. Before we do, I want you to get down in the comment section and grade the signing of Isaiah Likely, A, B, C, D, or F. Sound off for me in the comments section. You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green, and there had been a lot of smoke over the last 24 to 36 hours that the Giants were interested in beefing up the tight end room. The trend in the National Football League in the 2025 season was more teams playing at a 12 personnel, more teams playing at a 13 personnel, meaning 2 tight ends and 3 tight ends on the field. And with the Giants bringing back Chris Manhertz this morning, it has shown you that they have a serious want to build up that tight end room. You get a tight end, but most importantly, you get a weapon and somebody that Jackson Dart is going to get to build with for the next 3, 4, maybe even 5+ years. Likely is 25 years old, and I believe he is just scratching the surface of who and what he can be in the National Football League. With him now signing with the Giants, moving out of the shadows of Mark Andrews, and being that go-to option for this team, I'm expecting his production and his usage to go up and up and up. This is a guy who is a receiving tight end. 6'4", 245 pounds, had 27 grabs for 307 yards this year and 1 touchdown. It is actually the worst year of his NFL career, but he had been solid in the years prior to that. In 2024, he had 42 grabs for 477 yards, 11.4 yards per catch, and 6 touchdowns. This is also someone that's going to be money for the Giants on third down, and he's going to be a weapon for them in the red zone as well. A big body that even when he's covered, you could just throw the rock up to him, and he can rise up and go and catch it. This year, Isaiah Likely was targeted 3 times in contested catch situations. He caught 2 of them. He's been targeted 23 times in his NFL career in contested catch situations, and he's hauled in 14 of them. So a pretty good player when it's a 50-50 ball. He's also someone that can make people miss after the catch. He's forced 30 missed tackles in his NFL career, and I think you're going to get a guy that could catch potentially 55 or 60 balls this year for the Giants. He primarily operates out of the slot. 73% of his snaps this year came in the slot, while 14.5% of his snaps came in line. So he can line up on the outside as well as a receiver, as a tight end, and he can go out and push the ball down the field. His average depth of target this year was 7.9 yards, and that is 16th when it comes to the tight end position, 58 qualifying tight ends. So I'm pumped up about this signing. You get a weapon for Jackson Dart. You bring a guy over from the Baltimore Ravens that you have confidence in John Harbaugh. He's going to be someone that's going to help you establish the culture as well. More importantly, you add somebody that opposing teams are going to have to game plan every single game for, and it can't just be, we got to slow down when Malik Neighbors. No, you're going to add someone in Isaiah Likely that when he's targeted, he can catch the rock, and you could throw him the ball down the field. I'm pretty pumped up about this move. This is a player in Isaiah Likely who has never played more, as I'll get the official numbers on this, he's never played more than 732 snaps. That's how many snaps he played in 2024. That was by far and away the most of his NFL career. This year, played in 487 snaps. I would expect that snap count usage to potentially get up close to 800 or potentially 900 snaps for the New York Giants. I mean, if I just go look at Theo Johnson and what his snap count was, Theo is now tight end 2 on this team, if anybody was wondering about that. But Isaiah Likely is going to be playing a lot of football. Theo this past year played 872 snaps. I would expect for Isaiah Likely to do that. So I'm pumped up about that, excited about that. What does this mean for Theo Johnson? What does this mean for Daniel Bellinger? Do we need to get to Chubbies in this video? Let's go ahead and do that. I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Chubbies. They've got an awesome deal going on right now. When you go to chubbyshorts.com/chatsports, use that promo code chatsports, you're going to get 20% off your order today. If you're looking for shorts that are comfortable, you're looking for swim trunks that fit better than anyone else's out there, get hooked up with Chubbies. They're celebrating 15 years by bringing back the shorts that started it all, the originals. Same iconic fit that thighs everywhere love. Same lightweight, stretchy, comfort-first design, and the same you-do-you vibe that lets you go short or even shorter. They have shorts in multiple inseam lengths. They make awesome stuff, and they've also got some New York Giants gear as well. Shout out to Chubbies for sponsoring today's show. I'm a big fan of them. I'm someone that takes a lot of pride in my clothes looking good, but I also want my clothes to be very, very comfortable, and Chubbies, they are the best in the game at that. For a limited time, Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off with the code ChatSports at chubbyshorts.com. That's 20% off your order with code ChatSports at chubbyshorts.com. Link will be clickable down in the comments and description of today's show. We're also getting another signing for the New York Football Giants. The Giants and former Ravens punter Jordan Stout have agreed to a 3-year, $12.3 million deal. So the New York Giants not only are bringing over Isaiah Likely, the Baltimore Raven tight end, they are now bringing over the punter Jordan Stout as well. If you want to go ahead and grab a player bio and potentially move that over, Andrew, making things work on the fly, Jordan Stout was graded as one of the best punters in the entire National Football League this year. That means that Jamie Gillen is no longer going to be a part of the fold for the Giants. The Giants pay Stout a lot of money, but he is a damn good punter, and we've seen that the New York Giants have had a lot of issues with the punter position recently. Jordan Stout's as good as they come, though. Someone that can flip the field, and you know that John Harbaugh is going to take an importance and pride in building up special teams for the Giants. He is a special teams coach at heart. And the Giants get arguably the best punter in the National Football League. I'm a big fan of this, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants make a big move at the kicker position as well. But Jordan Stout, you are a New York Giant as well. So on day one of free agency, early on, John Harbaugh reaches back into the Baltimore Ravens cupboard of players, and Jordan Stout is joining us. Stout was 4th in yards per punt, 1st in net yards per punt, 6th in return yards per punt, and 5th in EPA. To compare that to Jamie Gillen, Gillen was 30th in yards per punt, 29th in net yards per punt, 20th in return yards per punt, and 32nd in EPA. Shout out to @loss2Bobby Flay on Twitter. Giants going out and bringing 2 Baltimore Ravens over. It starts with Isaiah Likely and now a punter in Jordan Stout. So trying to bring over some of that Baltimore Ravens DNA to the New York Football Giants. Jordan Stout is signing. I think they released the details. I'll go ahead and pull that up. 3 years, $12.3 million, makes him the highest paid punter in the National Football League. So the Giants making sure that they are going to be impactful in special teams this year. Jordan Stout, 27 years old. We've read you the numbers. Good player, arguably the best punter in the entire National Football League, signing a deal that makes him the highest paid punter with Big Blue. 6'3", 210 pounds, big guy. No more complaining about the New York Giants punting from the 50-yard line and Jamie Gillen booting the ball into the end zone. You have a weapon at the punter spot. You knew that John Harbaugh was going to take the special teams side of the football very, very seriously, and he makes a statement. He's already gone out and re-signed Gunnar Olszewski. Now he's gone out and added Jordan Stout to the New York Giants as well. So early moves for the Giants. This is why you subscribe to the channel. When the Giants make a move, we are going to make a video. It was Isaiah Likely first. It was Jordan Stout second. What does this mean for Daniel Bellinger? Paul Schwartz of the New York Post is reporting that the Giants are not going to bring him back. We'll see if that comes to fruition, but the first place you'll hear about it is on this channel and on my social media, so give me a follow at @MarshallGreen_.